Madam Speaker, but they really need the money right now. And even members of,
I
of your own,
understand that, but
but even
if
members
you
of
ask
your
me a
own caucus,
question,
even members of your own caucus, Madam Speaker, want to accept this deal. $1.8 trillion. Congressman Ro Khanna, for example. But
wait a
let me
second.
just quote Ro Khanna, a man you know well. I assume you admire him. He's a Democrat. And he just said this. He said, people in need can't wait until February. $1.8 trillion is significant and more than twice the Obama stimulus. Make a deal, put the ball in McConnell court. So what do you say to Ro Khanna?
What I say to you is, I don't know why you're always an apologist, and many of your colleagues apologists for the Republican position. Ro Khanna, that's nice. That isn't what we're going to do, and nobody's waiting till February. I want this very much now because people need help now. But it's no use giving them a false thing just because the president wants to put a check with his name on it in the mail, that we should not be doing all we can to help people pay the rent, put food on the table, to enhance benefits, that they don't lose their jobs if they're state and local, we're talking about the consequences of a pandemic, that the symptoms of a problem that the president refuses to address.
But you know,
and that is the coronavirus.
We know
that is
we
the
know
coronavirus.
the problem out there, but there are millions of Americans who have lost their jobs. They can't pay the rent. Their kids need the food.
That's right, and that's what we're trying to get done.
$1.8 trillion. And the president just tweeted, stimulus, go big or go home. He wants even more right now. So why not work out a deal with him? And don't let the perfect, as they say here in Washington, be the enemy of the good.
Well, I will not let the wrong be the enemy of the to do it, and to do it that way. And about, we talk about child care. Yes, we talk about safety in the workplace. Safety in the workplace. That's a very important issue, especially in the time of the pandemic. So what I say to those people is, we're going to get a deal. And when we do, it will be retroactive. It will be retroactive.
Here's what you wrote in a letter to House Democrats, Madam Speaker. And I ask these questions only, as you know, so many millions of Americans are suffering right now.
Well, you quote two people who know nothing about the agreement.
Well,
there is no agreement. But what the suggestions are, as if there's some authority on the subject. Please give equal weight to all of the chairmen on the committee who have written this bill.
But so many of your fellow Democrats in the House, they want a deal right now.
No, that isn't.
The problem solvers, they all want a deal right now.
Yeah.
And here's what they're complaining about, because you wrote a letter to House Democrats and you said this. Let me read a line from the letter you wrote. The president only wants his name on a check to go out before Election Day and for the market to go up. Is that what this is all about? Not allow the president to take credit if there's a deal that will help millions of Americans right now?
He's not that important.
Welcome to Black Spring with Autumn News and Politics. Well, doesn't that sound familiar, or isn't that quite the picture? A bit of a confluence of elite and quest for power. Now, what you've just witnessed is Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi bantering or volleying with CNN's Wolf Blitzer, and a bit of a denial and lack of humility, and a bit of out of touch with the constituents that she claims to have known of over 30 years. And here she projects that Blitzer is an apologist for the Republican Party, as well as any type of deal prior or to hers or anything other than what she suggested her well-informed committee members would be a false thing. And of course, they don't want to lose their jobs because the states actually need bailouts or let them go bankrupt. But where's her humility, or where's her empathy for the constituents? I mean, we've seen this time and time again. If you guys don't quite remember, back earlier this year, we were still coming up for air on the actual impeachment process. And we all witnessed her rip up the State of the Union address in which the president actually addressed the actual CV. And at that point, she was in denial and not wanting to work with the president. She only wanted to strike him down and end his presidency. Let me know what you think in the comments. Does this sound like le décimois? Or does this sound like there won't be a deal for those who are in the most dire straits at this time? Let me know what you think in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe, and see you the next time on the Black Spring with Autumn for your news and politics.